What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is another week, another episode of your favorite show, Because of Fergie. And why are we here? Because of Fergie. I don't know. I'm one of your hosts, Miles. This is my co-host, Jarrell,
What's up,
the man, the legend, Cunningham.
Hold on. Why is this doing this?
I have no idea why. I don't know what it is, but also we forgot music in the background again.
Here, let me do that now.
I'm on it.
The
fact that we're professional at this. We've been doing this for 3 years. 3 years we've been doing this, and we still kind of like mess up a little bit. As always, we're here reading your comments, responding, making jokes. Today we got the obvious topic, baby oil, but we'll get into that later on.
Oh,
Jarrell, how has your week been?
Oh, terrible. I say terrible. I've been very blessed. Just hitting a bit of a rough patch, and also have been fighting a migraine. So I'm happy I'm here today.
Hey Keisha, how are you?
People that hit me up and said, "Hey, are you guys having the show today?" Thanks for worrying about the show and not my health. I appreciate y'all so much. Thanks for making sure that we do this. What's up, Keisha? I
feel like people care about your health, but we have been taught not.
You know how I know they don't give a damn? Because somebody gave me a call, asked me if we're having a show. I say yeah. I then called them back because I realized I'm not going to be able to get headache medicine after the show ends. So I was like, yo, can you bring me some aspirin? They were like, cool. And then 5 seconds later, I get a message saying, hey, my husband said drink more water. Motherfucker, you don't think I've been doing that, bitch? So, yeah, like I said, people care about
To be fair, her husband ain't shit.
Terrible. The worst.
One of your best friends.
Yeah, I'm going to war for him, but that doesn't make it okay.
No, we care about your health, but we also have been taught to not care about your health.
That's also a really good point. Fair, very fair. Because
we've definitely been conditioned to not care about your health.
Yeah, you're right. No, when you ask me questions, I get mad. So
why? Who you working for? Who you working for is one of the questions you ask me more than anything is who is you working for? Why do you need that information?
You asking questions like that, it becomes a HIPAA violation. We work.
What up, Yato?
Jesus Christ, what a name! Yeah, man. I don't know, man. We'll jump into that shit soon.
Yeah, we'll jump into it.
It's been an interesting week. A lot of self-reflection, a lot of thinking about and we're gonna get into this topic, but you only have a certain amount of time when everybody's on your side before the shit flip. So it's just been thinking about how we can establish ourselves before eventually all hell breaks loose and we get beat down. Now, I'm not going to say which one of us is going to be the one to do it. I think that's pretty obvious. But I have an exit strategy for us if shit go left.
But for us or for you? I just need to make sure. Am I included in this?
I'll be okay. I don't know if you knew this about me, but Jarrell's gonna be fine no matter what. No matter which way the wind blows, I'm gonna find my way. You know, there's other people who are involved. I'm not gonna say no names.
You said you had an exit strategy for us, and I'm just like, am I included?
You're included until you're not, and that's all you should worry about, brother.
I'm included until I'm not. One of the first things
every other time that we've been in a situation, I tried to tell you, there'll be a sign. Now, if you recognize it, you'll be okay. But,
history has shown that I don't see that sign.
Well, brother, you should probably
To be
learn
fair,
from it.
history also has shown that I've been drunk at every time this sign has popped up.
That's crazy, bro. Because I've been drunk, but I've also been in the opposite direction. So I like I said, man, if you see it, you see it. If you don't, who am I to get?
No, there was one get together where things was starting to go left, and you was like, Miles, we gotta go. Or you was like, Miles. And you just had her headed towards the door. And I was right there. I was gone. I ain't say a word. I ain't say a word.
You got it. You figured it out.
We was out the door. I don't know what was happening, but I was safe. I think we should make an honorable mention of the jazz version of Slob on My Knob. Thank you.
Yo, shout out to Juicy J for that. It's been really nice. You know what my favorite version of rap is? Old rappers doing, like, taking their older songs and doing new shit with it. Juicy J getting in front of a jazz crowd and doing Slob on My Knob with a nigga on the fucking bass was fucking amazing. Genuinely wonderful.
I didn't see this.
Oh,
hey,
it's so
Kelly.
good. What's good, Kelly? It's so good. It's so happy. It made me genuinely happy. So
I think I need to go look this up. I'm actively sweating right now.
Did I miss the Diddy talk? Not yet, Antonio.
Not yet. There's two handsome men on my phone screens.
Oh, thank you. I'm hoping it's us, and you ain't got 4 niggas, and it's just 2 of them handsome. But I'll take the compliment. Thank you. How's your week been going, man? We haven't talked all week, so getting 2 people linking back up.
This week has been chill. Like, I haven't really done much. Last week I did a lot. So this week I've just been wanting to do nothing, and it's been working.
That's what's up. How are you? Like, you feel relaxed? You feel better?
Yeah, I feel better. I do feel anxious a little bit. I missed a couple of things this week and just was like, I don't know. I missed my homies this week, and I tried hitting them up to do stuff, and one of them told me no.
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you. When we had that talk last Friday with all of us, it was nice. But all of us realizing that we weren't gonna see each other that weekend, and then none of us seeing each other that weekend. I'm not saying it was good, but it was needed because I've seen you niggas every fucking weekend, and it was very much needed to sit in my house and be in here and just chill out. So, I love y'all, but that was nice.
Look, it was last weekend was just I had kids, I had all this stuff. How was the birthday shenanigans? Honestly, it was cool. We watched the Eagles game, we played some card games, and that was it.
Okay.
Honestly, the Eagles game was a highlight just because Jarrell broke his rule to be there, and that was dope. He told me very early on in our friendship that I can't watch the Eagles game with him. You want to tell him why?
Because you could have been bad luck. And if we would have lost, I would have never forgave you.
But not only did you win, you beat their ass. So I think I'm good luck.
I wouldn't say that. I would just chalk that up to my team. Good.
See, I'm chalking it up to me being a good
luck. We watched the game together, and that's good enough for me. I hope it's good enough for you.
All right, but yeah, that was a joke.
God damn it! All right, you want to start it off because there's a lot with this Diddy shit, man. First of all, like, where were you when you found out that he got arrested? Like, where were you at?
I don't remember. I think I was just. I think I was in my house. Wait, when did it happen? Because I remember where I was when Trump got, or when somebody tried shooting Trump again. I remember where I was at then. Don't remember where I was at when the Diddy thing came out. But I saw it, and I was just like, ain't no way. And then was laughing my ass off. And then all the things just kept popping up. And I was just like, what? I'm still bewildered at 1,000 bottles of baby oil
and lube. All right, it wasn't just one or the other. it was 1,000+ bottles of.
It was 1,000+ bottles of baby oil and lube.
When they raided his shit, there was 2 rooms dedicated to it.
What the fuck? 2 rooms?
2 rooms
dedicated?
And this is what threw me for the shit is that he would have it at home, and then he would go to a hotel room. Because why would you have a freak off in your house? You know, why would you do that at home? But he would go to a hotel room, and then he would have like all the people that he brought to that. He would bring the lube and baby oil and shit over there to their hotel rooms. That's insane. Also, it did say in the shit that the damages caused by said freak off, which was what he called his orgy parties. Crazy.
Also, calling your orgies a freak off is insane work. It's insane work. It's a freak off. That means it's a competition, like a dance off. It's like a dance off, but it's just who's the freakiest. We're going to find out today on this episode of Diddy's Freak Off.
Diddy's Nasty Time. Yeah, it's bad. Yeah, I'm so happy that you brought that up, Kelly, because that was also something. Listen, I had one bottle. I usually use Vaseline to like moisturize myself. The place that I went to go get my Vaseline didn't have Vaseline that day. I got a bottle of baby oil. That shit lasts you over months upon months upon months, right? So I don't know why you needed 1,000. What type of shit were y'all doing that you needed that annually? What? I don't know. Insane. Insane.
You know, because I'm thinking about if the baby oil was used to cover somebody's body, do the simple. Everybody's covered in baby oil. 10 people could use.
Bottle? You'll be fine.
No. 10 people could use about maybe 1/3 of the bottle to get it spreads. Cool. It's cool. What are you just doing? Just dumping baby oil on people? Wasteful. Do you think they put plastic down before?
So again, when they went to the hotel room, they said that the damages from the freak offs were $46,000 to the room that they had the freak off in, bro. So you almost paid 50 bands to clean up whatever the fuck you had going on with the oil and the lube and the freakness. Insane work. Insane.
Have you ever tried walking on baby oil? Baby oil is slippery. How they not slipping all over the place?
Really happy you brought that up. Shoe wear, I'll be telling y'all, shoe wear is very important because you need something to grip, bro. Otherwise, you ain't gonna make it. You feel me? You can't be free.
Baby oil shoes ain't gonna stop baby oil from slipping, dog. It ain't gonna do it.
You ever work at a restaurant? They got the non-slip shits, bro.
You think Diddy has not just a bunch of baby oil, but also you think he has work-grade non-slip shoes for everybody to get into? Go ahead, take your J's off, baby. I got you some of these.
Go ahead and put these motherfucking work sketches on, girl. Cause you finna get work. You feel crazy work. Oh
my god, devil party going on. No, it's really is. I've been hearing about the term Diddy parties since I was a teenager, and I never thought about it. I just thought Diddy threw wild parties
because that's the branding that he did. That was the branding that he did. He would go on these interviews. He would go on these big ass platforms. And he was like, "Ain't no party like a Diddy party, y'all." Well, he was 100% right. He was 100% right. Not in the right way, but he was 100% right. He was 100% right. Because what the fuck? And people, it sounded like somewhere to be. He was like, I always got to wear. I remember this shit, bro. I remember hearing these interviews where he was like, I got to wear glasses all the time because my eyes are bloodshot. Because you fucked up, bro. And it makes sense now. It all makes sense now. And also, You know who's up out of all of this in this terrible, horrible situation? Conspiracy theorists niggas. Because they was the ones saying, and bad rappers. I really want to give them a highlight that they deserve. Because they were all saying, I'm not getting put on because I ain't sucking no dick. I ain't getting put on because I ain't letting nobody up in me. And you feel me? Hey, now they up.
Now they looking at everybody else like, oh, you thought I was joking. You thought this was a joke.
No, nigga. I wasn't fucking Diddy. I was like, oh, okay. Crazy work, yo. So I implore those people, if you were a rapper from the years of, I'll go back. The deposition goes from, I think it's 2000 to 2018. So if you were a rapper between 2000 and 2018, this is your time to shine. Go ahead and put all that unreleased music out that you thought was gonna get you hot. This is your time. This is your moment. You have all of it.
You think anybody gonna come out? You think anybody gonna come out and be like, I was at a Diddy party, but I was only in the main room, man. I was in the normal rooms.
You already guilty. I don't know if you've been on Twitter, but niggas been pulling up pictures of everybody with Diddy, fam, and none of them look good. None of them look good.
I think it was you that sent me the video of Diddy being like, this is what happens at a Diddy party, and it was a white dude passed out.
White man that was passed out. Yeah, man. The white man that was passed out on the couch, and they put a drink on top of his head, and he was face down in the couch. They was drinking on top of his head. Face down
in the couch, and Diddy's recording it like, this is what happens at the Diddy party. This is what. Oh my god.
He was like, white boys be fucked up. I was like, oh my god, dude, this is diabolical.
He is very much a diabolical man. If I was one of those people that told y'all that Diddy was doing this stuff and y'all looked at me crazy, I'd be wanting apologies. I'd be wanting apologies at this point. I'd be on Twitter acting a fool. Like, I just replayed a video of me doing it just with my face over it, just like.
Crazy work, bro. On some real shit, before you knew what you do today, if Diddy invited you to a party, would you have gone?
Yeah, probably. I didn't. I didn't know any better, and now look at me. Now I'm trafficked.
Bro. You know he recorded everything, and when they rated his shit, they got all the recordings. So like, he can't even act like this wasn't even him. He
secretly recorded these people for power over them, being like, I got you on tape doing all this crazy stuff. You can't do nothing but what I say. And now that same thing is used as evidence against him.
Absolutely the fuck not. Really?
You say that with 2020 vision right now. You say that with him being a supervillain, Diddy or Diddler.
He had. Oh my god! Don't say that.
Back in the day when tell me that when Diddy dropped last night, you wasn't gonna go to a Diddy party.
Fam, I'm so happy you brought that up because he live streamed one of his album parties, and I remember this because Kevin Hart was hosting it, right? And you know who was there? Trey Songz, another nigga that might be getting the fuck up out of here. So this was all in front of people's faces, like, and nobody knew. And there's no way it's just a coincidence. But this was the night that the girl got her hair set on fire. That was at that party during the live stream where Kevin Hart was in the bathroom interviewing Diddy. There was two girls playing in the bathtub and her weave caught fire in the background. This was all during the shit, bro. Like, and I remember I had to be like 17, 18. This shit looked fun. This shit looked like a good time because that was the shit that he was showing on camera. The fun shit, the cool shit. Not saying that the girl hair on fire was cool. That was sad, but you feel what I'm saying. It was just a bad situation, man. All the way around.
Yeah. If you say you wouldn't have gone to a Diddy party, it's either you just like to sit at home and reading books and not being out at parties and having fun, or you're lying to yourself.
Yeah, man, it would have been a time. I've heard about his freaks for a long time. and he also freaks me out. Hilarious. I didn't even like to wear the color white, so I wasn't going there even before knowing that. Oh yeah, he did have the white parties. Forgot about that.
I don't think anything will come from his case because he's probably some super high up, or he probably has some super high up involved on these parties, and they will make this just disappear.
No. He's out of here. He tried to post bail, and they wouldn't let him get out. Like they denied his bail. I think it was like his bail was at $50 million for this, and then he was like, "I'll post it. I just want to be at my house." They refused to let him out because they're worried about him intimidating witnesses and whatnot. What was it? I forgot the two entities, but one of them gets a case, or the state gets you, and then they build their case. The feds build their case, and then they get you. So everything that they say he has done, they have evidence to prove that he has done this. So he's clipped. Now, to your point, do I think he's going to go down by himself? No. I think definitely the deal will definitely be reached at some point for him to give up some information. And
you think he's snitching?
That's make this bad. That's what's going to make this bad. When the names start dropping and the people start having to lawyer up and the mud starts getting slung, that's when this shit is going to get real. That's when you got to look around at the people that you've been supporting for a long time and been like, damn, you was out here with the shits and it's not going to be good. I told you this yesterday, man. I'm really happy that as a teenager, I was like, I like Kid Cudi. I think he's cool. I think I like Kanye. And while Kanye now is a different Kanye than Kanye then wasn't getting his back busted up. He said that openly. So good to hear. Good to hear. And again, I don't have a problem with them doing the sex. Like, I don't have a problem with adults consenting to adult things. I don't have a problem with that. I do have a problem with underage people who have said they've been involved. I have a problem with him drugging people. Fucking, what was that movie with Liam Neeson? Taken. Remember that part in Taken where there was the fucking trailer and everybody was hooked up to drugs and they had the curtains? It was some shit like that. Not saying it was, but it was akin to that. Because again, these people had to be on IVs after fucking for days on it. So yeah, man, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. It's gonna be bad. There's gonna be some people named. There's gonna be some people who are gonna have to lawyer up. And this is.
You think Diddy is snitching?
What else can he do? They're gonna want to die in jail.
No, but you snitching,
I'm happy you said that. Diddy's father was involved with Frank Lucas. You know who Frank Lucas is?
Yeah.
Right. So Frank Lucas snitched to get away from him doing all his shit. Right. And again, he's not a hero or anything like that, but his story is looked at a little bit different now. Not saying that that's going to happen to Diddy, but again, I don't see why he wouldn't follow suit in that manner. You feel me?
I think he has a lot of evidence on some people, and I think they're going to try to hide that. Whether they shut him up or just.
You think he's gonna get hit with the white man? Who's the Epstein special?
I don't think he's gonna get hit with the Epstein special because they ain't gonna be like, oh yeah, he just killed himself in the what's it called. Nah, they just gonna either make him look crazy or I don't know. Something's crazy gonna come down from this. Something is gonna turn left.
Of lube. How do you look less crazy for owning 1,000 bottles of lube?
Look.
Also, is that like a date question for you now? Like when you talk to a girl, you be like, "How much baby oil you got at your house?"
No, that's not a date question. I don't know how to ask. How much baby oil you got at the house? Anything above one bottle is already.
It's too much. And you ain't got no baby. You ain't got no baby. No.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? 2 bottles of baby oil for?
Nah, man. On that dude. Can't do it. I don't know. Who do you think is a name that might get brought up that people don't necessarily think might get hit with it?
Who do I think will be brought up that I don't think people don't think?
Mm-hmm.
Usher.
Interesting. Why Usher? I'm happy that you went the R&B route because I'm also going the R&B route.
I'm going the R&B because I'm pretty sure him and Usher were cool.
During the Lovers and Friends shit, yeah.
Yeah, like.
Oh wait, no, not Lovers and Friends. What was it? What was the song? I forgot the song.
But during Usher's peak, I know it's. I can't think of the song right now. But I'm pretty sure they about to start looking at everybody.
Oh, I Need a Girl. There we go. It wasn't Lovers and Friends. It was I Need a Girl.
I think during the height of Usher, he got to the height because he was at Diddy parties.
I feel like you're taking a lot away from Usher's talent, bro.
This is okay. First off, I forgot to say this at the top of the episode. Unless now, this is speculation right here. This is all speculation and no real evidence is back behind this. So this is not a factual statement that I'm saying.
Don't sue us, bro. We broke.
You ain't getting nothing.
Yeah. The show might get shut down, but you know, we ain't getting no money, so we'll all just die broke. But J-Lo, great name. I'm so happy you said that because out of all the people involved in this, if you really want to look at somebody whose career trajectory went crazy after fucking with Diddy, J-Lo is number one, bro. J-Lo is number one. Now, I'm not saying she was involved. I'm not saying she did something, but I am saying, hey, man, of all the people in this, the number one person who might have profited from fucking with Diddy. And again, it's not like J-Lo wasn't famous before then, but J-Lo was a backup dancer for a very long time. And what's good, Paul? J-Lo was a backup dancer for a very, very, very long time. And I think she also did the TV movie for Selena before she started messing with him. But then after that, like, her trajectory went insane. And nobody here is saying J-Lo's the best singer in the world. No one's saying J-Lo's the best dancer in the world. All right, no one's saying that. But it's interesting that she ended up where she ended up from all of this. So great. That's a great name. Personally, I'm not scared to say the name, but I just want to make sure I say it right so we don't get sued. There was so in the defamation, or not defamation, what was it? In the court document paper or whatever, they said that there was an R&B singer who was involved, and his name was redacted. So it could have been Usher. But a couple of months ago, there was a video of Neo and his baby mom, and she was arguing with him. And she was talking all the shit, but she said something at the time that I was like, crazy. It's a funny thing to call something. She was like, hey, why don't you tell everybody about the freak off? I was like, interesting. That's funny. Well, this was all 6 months ago when he first got caught. Damn, that was 6 months ago where she got raided too, by the way. That's insane. But yeah, so she was just like, yeah, tell everybody about the freak off, Neo. Everybody, you gonna do freaky shit. Okay. Crazy things. About it, in front of his face about his family. But now that the shit's coming out, I'm starting to see what she was talking about. This possibly could have been a thing. So if his name gets brought out, that's gonna be bad, man. That's gonna be bad.
I have another theory.
What is it?
You remember how Diddy used to run with Mace?
Yeah, but
Mace, huh?
Mace stopped fucking with Diddy.
Yeah, Mace stopped fucking with Diddy. He not only stopped fucking with Diddy, he just quit the industry. It was like, I need to become fast. I think this is again just an idea. I think Mace found out, or Mace got shown one of Diddy's parties and was just like, dog, what the fuck is this? stopped fucking with Diddy, and then was just like scarred by the event so much that he was like, I need to go out and save souls.
So funny, bro.
But he couldn't do it with like Diddy because maybe he signed some NDA type stuff, or I don't know. He couldn't save souls from Diddy, but he was like, I need to save souls, and just gave up rapping because he was like, this industry just corrupts people, and I need to save souls.
Yeah, man. He's talked about it before on the shit that he was going through when all that was happening. I'm pretty sure he's gonna talk about it again. He has his own show. But yeah, man, you could. I always thought it was the money situation on why they didn't stop. They stopped fucking with each other, but it was other shit too. This definitely could have been one of them. Man, dude, I have a hard time believing though that throughout the whole time Diddy was getting up there. Because again, man, like it was Diddy and Biggie for a very long time, and then Mace came in kind of towards the end of Biggie, and that's when he really started blowing up. By the way, let me ask you something too. Just random thing. I was listening to Mo Money, Mo Problems, and I was having a confusing situation. Do you think that's okay to still listen to that?
Mo Money, Mo Problems?
Yeah. It was Mace, Diddy, and Biggie. It's on Biggie's album. And that's how I rationalized it. But Diddy get paid off that. So now what do I do?
Look, I'm still struggling. I'm going to just keep it a buck. I still struggle with the fact that I'm not supposed to listen to R. Kelly. Because 12 Play is a fucking album. 12 Play is a fucking album. I don't get to listen to it anymore. And that makes me a little bit sad. But I struggle with it because every now and then I want to hear some R. Kelly songs. Half on a Baby is just... but also when it comes to Diddy songs, I don't think I would listen to like Mo Money, Mo Problems and be like, but like last night again, I still hear it in my head. I need you and you need me. It's just in my head, and now I can't listen to that because.
When's the last day? Is it over now, or are you gonna wait till he get convicted and then be like, no?
I might listen one more time, just as a farewell song. I've never cared too much about Diddy songs, really, but like I'm gonna listen to that one.
It's not just the songs that he was on though; it's the shit that he was involved with and produced with.
See,
like
yeah,
all the shit with like 112. I love 112, bro. Compromise. Early Biggie shit, Compromise. You feel me? So is it like you stop listening to everything, or do you just go if it's Diddy featuring?
See, that's the hard part. It's like how like you gotta separate. You don't have to separate, but like some people can separate the artist from their activities,
right?
And then sometimes you can't because now you in they shit.
112 was on Bad Boy. 112 was on Bad Boy. Did he get paid from all that? So if you still listen to these dudes, did he get bread from that? It's a lot like the R. Kelly situation, where even if you don't listen to R. Kelly, his reach was so vast that songs you wouldn't think were him in one way or another. Whether he helped produce it, write it, he was actually singing on it. So that's where it's just like this becomes a really if you're really gonna cancel somebody, the people involved with this canceling who may have been innocent, they also got to suffer through this shit too, because it all goes back to them. So how do you figure this out?
And again, this all comes back to my thing of I'm tired of talented people being pieces of shit, and now I gotta stop listening or paying attention to their talent, even though they're talented as fuck. And I like the shit they produce. I don't like the shit they do. I don't condone the shit they do. I actually hate the shit they do. But the things they produce, I'm like, fuck. It's good.
It really does suck, bro. It sucks. Also, I didn't think we would have this much generational getting caught the fuck upness happening in our lifetime, bro. Again, the R. Kelly thing was kind of one thing, just because he did go to trial and then the girl denied it was her. But then everything else came out about him. I thought that would be probably the last one that we would see of that magnitude. But this one, Oof.
How you feel about the beginning of this year when Cat Williams told the world about
Out
this?
to him, bro. I don't
Huh?
know what he knew. I don't know who he knew or what.
Apparently, I saw an early special he did, one of his first specials he did after like actually becoming famous. He talked about some parties, some celebrity parties that sound awfully familiar to a Diddy party
Hey man,
that
again,
is now just
it
out.
probably was. It probably was. And again, Diddy's probably just the name. It's not just the name, but Diddy's the name that we have now. But it's not like this shit is new. Like these people was fucking crazy way back when. It's just now finding people to speak it up and getting him hemmed up about it.
And again, it's not really the parties that are the problem. It's what goes down at the parties that are the problem.
Yeah,
See,
yeah. The drugs, the allegedly the underage people,
yeah, if it was just all above age people consenting to all of this, go crazy.
Let me wait real quick. Let me read this comment. The fact that I still be listening to Days 26 because that since you've been going hits hard, singing at the top of your lungs. You know what's crazy? We watched this grown man put at least 20 niggas in a house together and said sing to each other, and nobody had any questions about that at the time. But hindsight, that was really weird of him to do, really unnecessary for him to do. So it was just all in front of our face the whole time. We just didn't know. What else do I want to say? Damn, I forgot it. Fuck it. We move. Clay wrote a gospel song. He wrote the Marvin Sapp, and I will not stop listening to it. I'm not letting that song go. See, you know. I want to know who's the next big truth one. I'm like skimming through the celebrities, like who's next. We don't know until we know, fam. Like I said, if you start seeing people lowering up and being quiet about some shit, you know, they probably in trouble.
Who else done did fucked up shit because they thought they was finna be good?
Crazy.
A lot of people. I just want everyone to understand that just because somebody's a celebrity doesn't mean they're a good person.
Not at all.
Actors are paid to pretend. So you think they not pretending for their own good? I'm just saying, it makes sense. It makes sense. Actors get paid to pretend to be people, and we believe it when we watching the movies. You think they ain't pretending to be somebody just to make sure that we like them?
Crazy work, man.
For the public eye?
Yeah, man, it's pretty much up, man. You was doing weird shit at one point, probably gonna come down on your ass, bro, and it's not gonna be a good time. But now you in the town show with Diddy. Now you in the show.
So, on one hand, I am very much glad that I am not famous because I'm paranoid enough that I'd be like, was I ever at a Diddy party and didn't remember?
How you just forget you was at a Diddy party? Like, what do you mean?
Look, I've had nights where I blacked out drunk.
And you just woke up and Diddy? What do you mean?
I was told I was at a party that I don't remember. Now, if I was famous and blacked out, and then I'll end up at a Diddy party, and now there's tapes of me out doing weird shit, blacked out.
Oh my god! What if you said no, and them niggas rolled the TV in court? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh no! This ain't you with the baby oil in your ass.
I'm just on the stand, and they just like, have you ever been to a Diddy party? Not to my recollection. Well, here on April 24th, we got you on tape.
They got you temper change position. Baby oil in the room, dog. What you doing in here? I don't know how you get through that, man.
Your Honor, I am actually allergic to baby oil. It couldn't have been.
You got a doctor's note in your pocket? Just crumple this shit, bro. Hell no.
Like the crime to the accused. Oh my god.
I would be horrifying, bro. I don't know, man. I feel on a serious note, I do feel bad for the victims of this situation. One thing this did do, oh my god,
Is
I don't
Melina
know.
just naming off people that were on the stand?
Huh?
Is Melina naming off people that were on the stand?
No, she's talking about Amber Heard.
What?
Amber Heard ain't got nothing to do with this. Amber Heard was from a different thing. She's just talking about people who might have did fucked up shit. What was I about to say? Oh, but there's some people who are starting to tell on themselves, and that's really concerning. I'm pretty sure you didn't see what Boozy had to say, but Boozy was like, "Hey, man, when did being a freak become illegal?" He was just like, "People fly prostitutes in all the time, so him going to jail for that, don't make no sense." He was like, "This is just a conspiracy to get rappers off the street." And I was like, "Oh, Boozy, you going to jail, bro. You going to jail. What a wild time to feel like you have to cape for this situation specifically, dude. Unprompted, too. Nobody even asked him. Nigga, it was just a strange Wednesday night. Why would you do that?
It was just a strange Wednesday night.
Between him and Faison Love, too. And Faison Love has a history of jumping on the wrong side of shit, too, man. It's really sad because he's a really funny guy. He just continues to he's not hating on Dave Chappelle. He's talking about crazy shit like this. And again, he also was like, "Yeah, man, flying hookers out shouldn't be illegal. It's very illegal. It's super illegal. Why are you defending?"
I don't like. So I had to Google Faison Love because I couldn't remember his face, but I knew him. But literally, the first thing that pops up is Faison Love says he's confused by Sean Diddy Combs' arrest. What do you mean you're confused?
Exactly. Yeah, man. You probably going to jail, Faison.
Also, this is completely off topic, or not completely off topic, but 100% off topic, at least 90%. Every time I hear the name Faison Love, all I think about is the skit he did on Ludacris album.
I don't remember.
I'm trying to think what album it was. I'm pretty sure it was Red Light District. At the end of this, he does this whole skit about sex or like fucking somebody. And at the end, he was like, "And this is Faison Love, and I love hoes. I just don't pay them." And then the song bumps in, and that's the only thing I think about.
That's so interesting, Faison. That's so interesting, Faison. So interesting.
All this shit that's been coming up like this. You know how I listen to music? Full random shuffle Pandora. This is true. Paul has roamed this Pandora channel since I think college, maybe before it, where he would just like everything for a while that popped up. So Pandora, in its wise ways, plays literally everything for him. It will jump from Celtic music to like Japanese anime songs to like hip hop to it jumps everything.
I respect the dedication to that. I really do. I
can't keep up with all the drama in every genre of music I listen to.
Yeah, man, it's a lot. And like I said, bro, it is not just the music artist names that could come up. It's really,
there's definitely actors that will be in this,
right, bro. It's people that we're not even fathoming that were at these situations, bro. Again, you know who I'm really interested to hear from? MGK. MGK was signed. I think he was signed to Bad Boy. At best, he was just rolling with Diddy heavy, and he would always go to Diddy with one. So again, man, this is just people I can't even imagine to think of. Like, why would you be hanging out with Diddy? Well, when you out here for the last 20, 25 years, wilding the fuck out, you just get to go ahead and do this shit.
All right, well, let's try to find out who is on Bad Boy Records.
Right now, I don't fucking
There's only 4 people right now on Bad Boy Records.
Yeah, I was about to say, I haven't put out an album or done anything like that in a very long time.
Janelle Monáe is on Bad Boy Records.
Oh, no.
I love her.
But again, you being signed to Bad Boy doesn't make you guilty, but it's not helping at this moment.
French Montana was signed.
Guilty. Lock him up. He did whatever they say he did.
I knew as soon as I said French Montana, you was gonna be down for that.
Yeah, man, he gotta go. Cause nigga, we've said this multiple times. Can anybody name a French Montana song where it's just French Montana? No one fucking knows. How did you get to this point, bro?
Okay, so all right, so remember how you said Faith, or was it Faith? No, it was 112.
Yeah.
It was J-Lo after fucking with Diddy, like blew up.
Yeah.
I know you don't like Pitbull, but he was signed to Diddy.
Let's go.
Bad Boy Records in 2006, but only was there for 1 year, 2006 to 2007. But after that trajectory, he took over the Vegas club scene. He took over club scene after that.
And you know who he locked in with? And you know who he was locked in with? Fucking Neo. It's not looking good, y'all. It's getting scary. It's getting scary.
He separated from Bad Boy Records, but after signing to Bad Boy is when his career took off.
This is not looking good.
Danny
But when you start naming these people, it makes sense in my head. Because I'll always go, who the fuck is listening to your music? Who is putting you in these positions?
Gorilla Zoe was signed?
Yeah, he was signed to Bad Boy South. And you know who else was signed to Bad Boy South? The motherfucking Young Jock. Mr. It's going down. Womp, womp. Womp.
The Dream was signed?
Oh, no. Again, we're not saying these people are guilty, but these people probably should get away.
Dream got his wife and got out. Fuck him for that because he stole my wife, but that's all right. He's just holding her for me.
That's a wild thing to say about a woman.
Mario Winans?
Whinings?
Yeah. I don't want to know.
Yeah, that's
if you're playing me.
Yeah, man. And then you look back at other shit too, like the shit that happened with Shine, who was a rapper of his when
Shine.
Yeah, man. This shit is not looking good. There's a lot of people who gonna get hit with some shit, bro. I hope you got a lawyer. I really do.
Elephant Man was signed to that Negro.
Yeah, man. Bad Boy was it for a very long time, dog.
New Edition.
I think that had to be when they got back on tour. In the early 2000s.
Yep. Wait, B5. Why do I know that group? I can't think of any B5 songs.
I think it's the boy band from like from the mid 2000s.
Either way, a lot of these people, they got. We're not saying they
You're
guilty.
not guilty, but please get a lawyer. Get somebody that can help us out of this.
Please have proof of purpose.
I don't want to see Janelle Monáe in any legal trouble. She doesn't deserve to be. Hopefully, maybe, but oh man.
She's been signed. She signed in 2008 and released 3 albums under Bad Boy.
All right, man. Well, good luck, y'all. Don't get caught to go to a Diddy party, and good luck to you. I really do hope this all works out for y'all. So we're gonna do a topic change, but what did I want to say? My fault, y'all. I'm fighting a migraine.
You are fighting a migraine.
I'm dying. Oh, the James and Fuqua. I couldn't remember their names off the. Is it Fuqua?
No,
Is it Farouk?
Fuhad.
Oh,
Fuda?
okay.
Fuhad.
Farouk is the wrestler.
Fuhad.
Jesus Christ.
I think it's Fuhad.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, those two gentlemen are two hosts of a very popular podcast. Who is it? Shits and Giggles?
Yeah.
Shits and Giggles. Yeah.
Shits and Gigs.
They're the English gentlemen. You probably seen them. It was the dark skinned guy, light skinned brother from England. And again, man, very good podcast. They made interesting content. Very much were
honestly one of the people that I looked up to for a while with content as a podcast host. I thought they were funny as fuck. I was like, man, this is what I want to do with my friend.
Yeah. Well, you know.
What?
It's not looking too much for the brothers right now. Unfortunately. So they're currently in a situation where they joined a podcast called Flagrant 2 with hosts like Andrew Schultz. For those of you guys who don't know Andrew Schultz he's a comedian, but he does like let's press the envelope shit. Heavy side, yeah. He does like press the envelope shit, makes a lot of really racist jokes, but he tries to do it against everybody to show he's like, hey man, it is what it is, you know, everybody can get it. They ended up doing a guest spot on their show, on Andrew's show, and Andrew made some disparaging comments against black women. One of the things he said is that the black woman effect is you get stressed out and lose your hair. He said black men have to grow beards, so because of all the physical abuse that they get from black women, and again, like knowing that Shits and Gigs podcast is made up of a lot of black women supporters, for them to hear those guys sit in the presence of somebody saying some crazy shit like that and just laugh at those jokes didn't really go over well. And now those brothers are in a situation of, I'm not going to say they got canceled for it, but their fan base is not fucking with them at the current moment, which is really, really sad. And that's something I wanted to talk to you about was how, well, one, do you feel like, and again, I'm not saying that this is undeserved on their part. They probably should have definitely spoke up, because that's crazy to hear, especially a white man talk to you crazy. They also have black moms. Again, yeah, to have a white man sit in your face and make these type of jokes, and also, yeah, the apology too. They did put out an apology. It just doesn't look good to know that your fan base is what it is, and to sit in the face of a white man who's making these type of jokes and then not call them out. They did put forth an apology saying, hey, you know what I'm saying, this isn't us. We were nervous in the moment. That's why we were laughing, but we don't really agree with everything that happened that day, which at first people were like, all right, whatever. But then Andrew came back out and said, oh, well, that's some bullshit, because we said worse shit on the show and y'all told us to take that out. But the black women shit y'all were cool with and didn't say anything about. So what the fuck? And now it's not looking too good. Now it's not looking too good at all. So as a fan of their work, Miles, how do you feel? And how do you think these brothers should go about it? And then I have a follow-up question too.
So as somebody who has a little bit of social anxiety, I give them the smallest amount of slightly understandable, but at the same time, you can't just sit there and let fucking disparaging fucking comments come out about your fan base for the most part, like for one, and two, just like your people, and just think it's cool, you know? I'm kind of like I'm kind of equating it to when we were on what's his name's podcast, doing the racial tier list. We stood up for black people. We was just black people number one.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't letting any bad comments come out. So like, look, it's so sad to see because I'm like, these brothers is funny and genuine and all this stuff, but like then they fucked up, and it wasn't a small fuck up; it was a fuck up. So I don't know how they get out of this personally, because you just fucked over your fan base. They fucked up because motherfuckers said uncomfortable because they was big smiling. They showed the video where that one dude stood up to Andrew and them about the people with Downs and said that's what they should have done.
Gills? Was it the white man, Shane Gills? I think it was him. I don't remember. Listen. I used to be a really big Andrew Schultz, Charlamagne the God fan for their podcast, Brilliant Idiots. I'll say I remember, dude. Like I remember, I was going to work and listening to their first episode, like walking home from work, back in like 2000, like 13, 14, some shit like that. I really did fuck with them dudes, man. And then they started making a change, started talking crazier, and I was just like, all right, this is it for me. Again, Andrew comes from that mindset of like a joke's a joke. Say whatever you want. If it's funny, it'll work itself out. And I kind of get that just because I'm a huge fan of Patrice O'Neal. At the same time, though, you can say what you want and you can be open to say what you want, but again, you can't get mad at how people react to that shit. You feel me? So if you don't get a laugh and you get somebody up in your grill about it, you just got to take it with a grain of salt. It's what happens when you talk shit. You just got to deal with that. My problem with these dudes is when it came out that they were saying no to other shit, they dropped an apology and then got put out afterwards to be like, hey, you niggas are like y'all bullshit. So what do you do from there? Because now everybody's just like, well, you're full of shit because you really didn't have a problem with it because shit you had a problem with, you asked to get taken out. And then two, I never got on the boat that they didn't fuck with black women. They were on another show called Poor Minds, and they were in Atlanta, and that's when they were like, "Yeah, we've been in Atlanta, but we didn't see any baddies." Which everybody who's from Atlanta or knows about Atlanta was like, "That's interesting, because that's Black Woman Central. Like that's where they go, even if they're not from Atlanta. That's where Black women go to like strive." So for y'all to be like, we don't fuck with none of them that we've seen.
Kind of crazy that that's where they go to try, though, in my head, because when I think of Atlanta, it's been hammered home that Atlanta has a lot more in the closet men.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the whole of Atlanta, what Atlanta really is, it feels like, or not feels like, it's like where black people go to just be black without having to worry about anything. Now, there's other undertones of shit. Lots of people who are maybe trying to make it in certain type of businesses or everything like that, or again, a lot of gay black men down there, or a lot of strong gay culture down there. But like, for what it is, if you want to go to a place and just be black in your blackness, Atlanta is definitely one of the number one places you would go within that. So again, for them to come down there and be like, we ain't seen nobody that we thought was fine, was kind of interesting. But I didn't jump on that boat when they were like, yeah, they just don't like black women. I was just like, well, I don't know. They're from England. It's a whole different thing. I don't fucking know. But I think the thing that really throws me for a loop is, one, you never turn your back on the people that got you where you was at, yo. So if you know that black women has got you there, just off the strength of you trying to protect your brand, why would you let that shit go and not say anything within the moment? Part of me is kind of like, well, they're from England. They don't really come from a culture of being confrontational. You're in a space that's really not your own. But also, Fuck all that shit. Anybody trying to hear that dumb shit, nigga? If they would have called you a bitch to your face or said your girl's a hoe to your face, you would have popped off. So you was cool with the shit when it was all there. You not cool with it now because of the backlash. But more importantly, and this is what I wanted to ask you about, because while this situation is fucked up with them, there's been a trend as of late where people who were on upward trajectories are starting to fall off one by one. Namely, Ice Spice. She had a little altercation with another woman where the woman was like, I was on tour with Ice Spice, the shit was terrible, she didn't treat me good. Ice Spice then tried to rebuttal, and it just didn't look good on her side. So now people are starting to jump off of her. You got these brothers too. There was somebody else. I can't remember off the top of my head if I remember it. But it seems like there's a trend where you get to a certain level of shit and then people start knocking you down and trying to just say, hey man, you was never that cold to begin. Kev on Stage, there we go. That was another one that was interesting to see, where people were like, hey, Kev on Stage really isn't that funny, which is okay. Nobody who I fuck with has said that. Nobody who knows who Kev on Stage is from around me has ever said anything like that. But again, apparently there's a subsect of people who just don't fuck with him, don't think he's funny, think his content is quite irritating or pandering. And I'm like, oh, okay. Is this so? I'm asking you now, you think they're now part of a trend of people getting thrown under the bus after they get to a certain height? Or do you think, no, this is just people getting called out for their bullshittery?
I think fame is a fickle thing. The masses will be on your side at one moment and flip on you for damn near anything the next. I don't like that I see it more with this type of fame that brings entertainment, because I don't know. It comes back to the art versus the artist.
Okay.
And like everyone has to feel like you need to be able to like the art or like the artist and their art to like you have to like the artist. Oh, wait, how do I say this? Sorry. Basically, if anyone fucks up, they're like, "Oh, well, I don't like their stuff anymore." I'm like, "But you were just laughing at this like
not
20 minutes ago. You was just laughing at it. You was just supporting this. This person hasn't changed."
That's the part that throws me for a loop, especially like with the Kev on Stage shit. Oh, and another one too. I don't know if you be on TikTok heavy, but there's this black girl who does these dances, like she does these certain edits and shit. Of her doing like not crazy dances, but she kind of dances. She just dances, and it's like in joking manners and everything like that. And people are like, "Ugh, fuck her." And I'm like, "What? What the
black girl with the
black girl? She has like natural hair. It's kind of out. She has like a stripper pole in her house. Like, she has.
Oh yeah, I know exactly. I'm pretty sure I know exactly what you're talking about. She always does like the Family Guy stuff, and, like Simpsons. Yeah, no, I fucking love her. People are mad at her right now,
bro. She caught so much heat for a Glorilla video, and people were saying like she's annoying, she's not funny. They said the only people that find her funny are over 30. And I'm like, even if that's what it is, what's wrong with that? Like, why is that a negative? Why is that a bad thing? And it's just like I said, while the shits and gigs guys, their situation is quite different. It's just interesting to see that after a certain point, it feels like people stop trying to fuck with you. You get to a height, people put you on this pedestal, and then you get there, and then after a while, people become disgusted with you. Now sometimes it's by your own actions, but again, with the Kevin on Stage with the lady, I can't remember her name. I wish I could off the top of my head.
Zaya Bear.
Here we go with Zaya. It's just people who don't make content that attacks people who don't make content that bothers anybody or necessarily haven't done things that come out and make them assholes. it's just, hey man, let's jump on the train of fuck this guy. And I'm like, well shit, what do you do, especially if you're in this atmosphere of trying to make content, man? Like, how do you, like, I don't know anybody who's perfectly maneuvered their way through it that didn't already have some type of lasting power. Like, I've never heard people come at Sam Jackson crazy. I've never heard that people come at, I don't know. There's a bunch of people, but
I've heard people come at what's his name? The fuck is his name? He used to be big on Vine. He made a bunch of short King Batch. People came at him crazy.
Bro, they called him King Coon, bro. I remember that, fam. They called him King Coon. And to an extent, I see where you're coming from on shit like that, right? But where was this energy when it was happening? Where was this energy?
In my opinion, he never changed. He got a little bit more money, but he was still doing the same stuff. People just got upset about it.
Same guy.
I think it's partially reach. And while people that liked him got him to the point where other people started getting introduced to him, and then that's when the hate came in of being like, oh, I've seen him before, I don't like him. And it's just because they got to the reach of being everywhere.
I do want to say, man, again, me personally, while I never had hate for King Batch, I never found his content interesting for me personally. It was always, don't step in my Jordans, eating watermelon and chicken, police shit, bro. It was a high level of race joke shit, which isn't my forte. But I didn't look at him like the fucking antichrist of racist jokes. You don't feel me? People genuinely hated that guy, fam, and still do. That's crazy.
I thought he had his funny moments, like some of his skits are real funny. The thing that caught me is just like, I'm like, I think you're skit funny. No offense to him, he's a talented brother. I think he's skit funny. I think he can write skits and do like some silly acting, but he's not really an actor. Like, I don't know. I just don't see it.
My only rebuttal to that is there was another dude, the light-skinned dude, Melvin, where he also was a big Vine star. He necessarily didn't make the same type of jokes that King Batch did, but he was a big Vine star. But he made the jump to being an actor. So I think it's just getting the right project and then putting the work into it. Because he was on, what was it? He was in Snowfall as a villain. He was damn good. Yeah. He was in the Black difference movie. I forgot the name of it, but
yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I think the difference for me is Melvin. Even in his skits, Melvin played different roles in his skits. Mm-hmm. He wasn't always the punchline dude. He wasn't always like he had like range. He actually did other shit. King Batch is very much typecast. He typecast himself in his own skits. He typecast himself in his own skits, and now he's typecast in like Hollywood pretty much. But I think, again, going back to your original question, I think once you get to a certain reach, people start hating for not for no reason, but people just, the voice of the hate start to bring up because more people are starting to see, and not everyone's going to like you.
Yeah, man.
Personally, I can see us being that way.
Bro.
Like, us getting to a point and like,
and I'm
other people like, they're not that funny. They're not that entertaining, blah, blah, blah. To be fair, we already kind of hear it. People don't like you sometimes. But other people absolutely love you and be like, man, I want to hang out with Jarrell. I want to meet Jarrell. I want to do all this. But then other people are like, man, fuck that nigga.
Who would that though? You know what I think it is though? On some real shit, I think none of that shit bothers me because A, I'm having a good time, and B, I'm cool with me. I think if I wasn't cool with myself, like on a spiritual level, cool with myself, I think that shit would eat me alive, and I could see where that could fuck with people. But like, nigga, you don't like you. Why the fuck I care what you like, nigga? I never understood that shit, nigga. You hate your life. Why do I give a fuck about how you feel about mine? Get the fuck out of here. Oh,
Yeah, but that's like that just mean like I can see us getting to a point where
oh,
people
it's
will
happening, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait till somebody be like, I never liked them niggas. Bitch, I never liked you. So what are we gonna do about it, ho? Like, I can't physically wait in my heart of hearts. I live for this type of shit, bro. Fuck you too. Please understand that. I ain't gonna say anything, but it's go to hell twice, please. Especially if we start to get some real money off this shit. Oh, I'm for that though. Fool, fam. I'm gonna find out what you don't like about me the most. I'm gonna do it every day. Because what are you gonna do about it? You can't beat me in a fight, and even if you do, I'm still gonna talk my shit.
You can't be petty to everybody, Jarrell. Eventually, you can't be petty to everybody. Even my 2 seconds of fame with my Splat tutorials, I find people recommending my content next to people saying it was slow and grating. Yeah, you just there's always going to be somebody that doesn't like you. It's just ignoring the hate.
I think
your Splat tutorials are actually going off. I don't know if I mentioned that. I know not many people play Splatoon in this chat, but Splatoon, like, Paul's tutorials were going off. They were going crazy. That's how he got most of his channel. How he got his channel started, I'm pretty sure.
And I think, yeah, shout out to Paul. Make sure y'all go check out his content. But I think the name of the game is to find the people that fuck with you and make sure that you stay in their graces with them. Now, you don't have to kiss their ass. Still be yourself. But you don't go on a public platform and shit on the people that got you where you at. Crazy work, fam. That's why we always tell you guys, like, we really appreciate you for the shit that y'all do for our show. Just coming in, chatting it up with us, saying what's up, fellas, because again, I don't want to disappoint these people. Like, all are friends in real life. I would never want to disappoint y'all or put y'all in a bad light. If I could avoid it, sometimes I might have a different opinion than y'all, and I'm just gonna stand on that. But I would never,
even when we like
about y'all.
Yeah, even when we insult our friends on the show or insult the chat, we tell them like, we love you, but also
go fuck yourself. Yeah. And I can live with that, man. I can live with that.
Out. I ain't got anything right now. Soon, Tia. He's working on something. You say he's gonna start working on not exactly sure what, but he's gonna be going back to video edit, like making videos, editing in them, because he was doing live content for a while.
That's what's up. Like I said, whenever you get it done, just let us know and we'll post it. But yeah, man, just like I said, it's been interesting to see, just because we're not on their level yet, or any of the people that we mentioned's level, but like, it's been interesting to see how people who are on upward trajectories keep getting hit with the same shit. And again, I remember Kevin Hart talking about this too. He was just like, hey man, you got to make sure you got a strong foundation for when them days come, when people are like, you know what? Like, everybody loves to ride up. It's when you start coming down from it, or when you've been at the level for so long, that people will start being like, all right, we're sick of it. And you got to find ways to weather that storm. And also, I find that
honest moment. I liked Kevin Hart at the start, but then there was a point in his career that I just did not like Kevin Hart. And it kind of coincides with what I was saying. He got to a point of fame where he was everywhere and kind of got annoying to me.
What was the annoying thing about him?
I think I didn't find some of the things he was saying was funny. He was just everywhere. He was pretty much typecast as always being like, I don't know. It just was annoying to me. I'm just being real. He was annoying to me. I couldn't point it out now. Like, if you showed me all his specials, I couldn't point out being like, this is when he was annoying to me. It's just, I know at some point he was annoying to me. I ignored him for a long time, and then I went back and watched some of his specials off of just a random night, and I was just like, oh no, Kevin Hart's still funny. He still got it.
I think Again, man, I'll hear you. Not everybody makes a movie that's hilarious. I love Will Ferrell, but not every movie of his or thing he's been in has
You just
been.
call him Will Ferrell.
Yeah, his name's Ferrell. It's Ferrell.
Ferrell?
Ferrell. You mad at me for the nigga? How the nigga say his name? That's how he says it.
But he says his name is Will Ferrell.
He says Pharrell also. I remember this because he did it on when he hosted SNL. Well, fuck yourself. Anyway, that's not the point that I'm making. But again, everything that he's done hasn't been funny to me. But I still think he's a great actor. So when people go, he's never been funny to me, I'm like, that's an interesting take. Kevin Hart's situation was also interesting to me, and it still is for people who shit on him and saying like the biggest thing people were saying about him was like the only reason he got famous is because Cat Williams took that step back when he was going through all his shit. And I was like, well, that's interesting, because like it's not like, I don't know. There's certain things that Cat can do that I don't think Kev can do, and there's certain things Kev can do that I don't think Cat can do. I think the number one thing that got me through with liking Kevin Hart so much as I do was his personality, because Kevin is just naturally funny to me, dude. Like, him being himself is genuinely a funny guy. Now, you might not like the
I think that's what made me go back to it, because like I was only seeing him in movies and stuff, and I was just like, this seems weird. And then I saw him like do like random skits and just recordings of his life, and he's just fun roasting his friends, and it's just,
man, listen, the Plastic Cup Boys podcast got me through the pandemic for a couple of months, man, because it was just, again, I wasn't talking to nobody. It was just nice to be in the atmosphere of people who were A, funny, and B, building camaraderie with each other, or had camaraderie with each other, just laughing about silly shit and talking shit. And I was like, man, like, how can you see that and be like, hey, man, that nigga's never been funny? That's interesting to me. But, wait, Pharrell saying,
yeah.
Pharrell thinking through my mind so hard. I had to look at
First Google result is Will Ferrell says Will Ferrell on the toilet.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. We got 10 more minutes, or 12.
I'm fighting for my life over here, bro. God damn.
I know you are. And I appreciate you. He does pronounce it Ferrell. Yeah.
Oh god.
Ferrell. Anyways, so
but anyway, yeah, man. Fame is a fickle thing.
Very fickle thing.
They'll love you and then they'll hate you, and they'll love you and then they'll hate you, and then you got to figure out your way through it. Hopefully, you have enough talent and/or you can lean back on your fan base to get through situations like this. But you shouldn't reach for shit. Otherwise, you shouldn't reach out of your range for shit. Otherwise, you'll end up looking like, let's say, Spoken Reasons, the big one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, his downfall is crazy work.
I was trying to figure out his downfall. Like, I don't remember exactly what happened, but like I know his hype was with old dude. Like, his hype video was somebody else's video, basically. Because like he didn't say a word. I think he said like a few words in that whole video, and then I don't remember the dude's name, but he made the whole
questions.
Ask me all them. Yeah. Why are you asking all them questions? It was a dude talking the entire time that was not spoken reason or spoken.
Yeah, it was Manny Hudson. Also going on to be very interesting, very funny guy.
Yep.
So yeah, again, in his situation, I think he fell victim. You know how like a lot of rappers didn't make it out of like the late 2000s. Like DJ Unk didn't get to keep going even though he had some hits. Who else? Young Jock didn't get to keep going because he had some hits. I think Spoken Reasons fell into that same boat of being like times were changing and people didn't find his content as interesting, which is sad to see.
speaking of around that time of YouTube, do you remember Hot Damn I Rock?
Yeah, man. Kane Carter. That was one of the things that me and you talked about because I remember. I think it was the day I met you. You had a Kane Carter shirt on.
Yeah, I did. I still have that shirt.
Yeah,
I still have that shirt. I love that nigga. That was an interesting. That was an interesting trip for him, or like watching that, because I know a lot of people was upset with him for changing his content, but like
he went through some shit though.
Yeah, he went through some shit.
Like, he lost a lot of people close to him. So
yeah, he lost his best friend and a few family members, all within
family members, his dog. Like he was
all within a year, and he like changed his content and shit. People was like, "Why are you ain't talking about bitches no more?" Now, while I do miss his videos about him talking about bitches, it's also like when he explained that shit and dropped all them videos, I stayed with him and watched all his shit and was just like, oh, shit. Okay, yeah, you make sense. I understand. And I rocked with him for a long time. I think I stopped following him just because he started doing a little bit something different that I wasn't fully with. Like he was selling shit or something.
Yeah, he was showing people how they can make money.
Yeah, I stopped watching at that point because I'm like, I'm not here for infomercial shit.
Yeah, man. Whew, excuse me. Yeah, man. Sometimes in life happens, and that's something I think about as far as me and you go too. Is like, what if something were to happen, and we just go, hey, man, we got to make a pivot from the content that we're making to content into something else. How do you go through that? Again, he's not doing anything like he used to do. He's not even doing the same type of shit that he used to do. But yeah, man, it's just I don't know. I don't have a complete thought on it. It's just interesting to see. Like that's part of the game of being an entertainer, man. That's part of the game of doing shit kind of like this. Is like sometimes real life happens, and sometimes real life changes you, and you gotta figure out a way to still be entertaining in a way that people fuck with, but also true to yourself. And I think that's a little bit easier to forgive or move with than, let's say, like again, the Spoken Reason situation, man. Like him continuing to do content or him continuing to put shit out that just wasn't hitting with the same gusto that it was at one point.
Mm-hmm.
So really sucks to hear that, man. Shout out to Kane Carter though, for real, man. Top to bottom, easily probably top two people that made me want to do YouTube shit. If I'm being honest, it was him, and it was a group called the Video Game Basement. Shout out to Haley. He was the first podcast that I listened to. They used to do full productions of a show that they put together in his basement with him and his friends. They had characters and everything like that, and like seeing the vision of what he had to want to do, and maybe Walker, seeing the vision of what he wanted to do, and it not necessarily getting to that level, definitely made me understand. Like, hey, man, it's better to shoot and just not get there than to never do anything. So, yeah, man. On a personal note, shout out to both of them guys, bro. Seriously, I can't even. My senior year of high school was filled with both of them motherfuckers. Just their videos out.
So, speaking of content, I have been doing more or trying to make more content on the TikTok or on my TikTok, but my TikTok is the BOF TikTok. I've been trying to do more there, and I am still trying to decide what I want to do. So far, I have just a few videos just talking on a topic that was near and dear to my heart at the time. This latest one was a situation that happened to me with one of my female friends, and that is I gave my female friend sent me a picture of her outfit for the day, and I was just like, the TikTok, yeah, I'm the old man. I gave her a compliment. It was just like, oh wow, you look really cute in that dress and blah blah blah. Or I don't know if it was a dress, it was an outfit. I was like, oh wow, that outfit is really work. Like, gave her a compliment. And she hit me with the blah blah blah, and just like kind of like talked it up and said what she was doing and all this. And then she goes to her event, and she was just like, she hits me on a random video after just a video message saying some random girl in the bathroom just told me I was cute and my outfit looked good, and that made my entire day. So now I'm just glowing and blah blah. And I was just like, I'm happy for you. I said the exact same thing, but I'm happy for you. And it dawned on me that it's happened before, and I've realized it before, but like I always forget. Me giving a girl a compliment, and I think men in general giving a girl a compliment is not it's like they want it, but like it's never gonna hit the same as if a random girl gives them a compliment. And it's just something I got to accept.
Stop giving out compliments.
Just stop giving out I like hyping my friends up, so I'm gonna continue. But
don't
and it's not like they're unthankful that I gave the compliment. It's not like they're just like, ugh, why are you saying this? They still say thank you and stuff, but it's just not the same as if a random person or a random girl specifically.
Are you cool with the different levels of compliment though?
Am I cool with it? It's just, it is what it is. Like I think as one or as women would feel like all our compliments come with kind of like a hint of something more. Even if we're completely genuine about the compliment, it just feels a little bit. Dodge says, as a woman, a compliment from another woman is top tier. Like, you really put that shit on if another woman compliments you. Yeah, it's
versus if I say you look cute today, is what? You think I'm just saying that for my health?
You think I'm just saying that for my health?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
No,
it comes.
Hey, Miles, no, as your friend, like, fuck the show. As your friend, stop. Don't say that shit no more.
Look, I do want a woman to explain, but like I'll double down on what Dodge says as well. As a man, a compliment from another man is top tier. There's a stigma of guys going, "Ill, that's gay," when complimenting another male, and it sucks. That is very much true. I try to compliment my friends when they're doing something crazy.
Any compliment is I don't know. This is my thinking, so I can't put that on everybody. But
you don't think a compliment?
I look nice, or you tell me I'm doing something good. I appreciate that, man. Because you didn't.
As a man, I feel like it's a little bit different because as men, we barely get compliments to begin with. Just any compliment is great to us because we barely get them. For women, they get them all the time. So it's just like as a man, like when a man compliments them, it's just like, thanks. Like somebody holding the door for you.
Like, bro. That would have, you know what, bro? And like, I don't think you should catcall women or whatever. But it's like, and I'm not even saying, like, you know, when you hear women get catcalled and then they don't return the energy, and niggas be like, well, fuck you then, bitch. Like, you should never do that. That's going the utmost. But just shut compliments down. No more compliments, bro. Because what are we doing here?
They still say thank you, but it's like they say thank you like you're holding the door for them. Like it's, I get compliments, even the tiniest compliment, that makes my day. That's because as men, we barely get them. So when like we get a compliment, we're just like, shit.
If her compliment bank is so overfilled, stop it. We're done. You look human today.
You look human today.
We're gonna shut that down, fam. Listen, I ain't what? I ain't top of that.
But yeah, that's something that like I made a small little talk on, but I'm trying to do more of those. I'm thinking of continuing doing short things like that. I feel like it's not worth talking about a full topic on our show, but like short form topics I think might be good for that type of for our TikTok, pretty much.
It'd be good to see what gets reaction or not, so that way if we something pop off, we can we could talk.
Yeah, if something pops off from it, like people are very, very much commenting. Yeah, not many people said much on that one, but it is what it is.
All right,
There'll be more out there.
yeah. Listen, I love you guys. Thank y'all so much for coming to the show today. Shout out to Walker and Paul, Dodge, Keisha, Kelly. Who else is here? Yato, Melina. Shout out to y'all. Liz, shout out to y'all for coming in. Thank y'all so much. We appreciate you. Miles, you got the link for the shit we did with the Lemon Pepper Boys? Lemon Pepper Pie?
I do not.
All right, we'll post that later. But if you guys haven't already seen that video, please go ahead
On
and,
the Facebook.
go ahead and go watch our collaboration with the Lemon Pepper Pod. Shout out to them boys, Diego.
40 minutes of hilarious shit.
Yeah, it's really funny. Honestly, it was really enjoyable to do that shit with them.
Teddy too.
What up, Teddy? Damn, Teddy, I needed you here earlier, bro. I needed you talking earlier, man. We was talking about the Diddy shit. I definitely wanted to hear what you had to say. But yeah, man, if you guys enjoyed the show, make sure you give it a like. Make sure you share the show. Also, we still got our merch up. You guys want to support the show, definitely go get our merch and our shirts and our cups and our blankets and everything.
We gotta go.
I gotta get the fuck out of here. I'm dying.
All right.
My brain is gonna explode if I don't turn these lights off. So listen, I love you. I have to leave. Miles, you got anything you want to say?
Got nothing. I will talk to y'all next week.
All right, bye. We'll see y'all next week. We love you. Bye. Go buy our shit.